Hey, and welcome back to Rapid Flow. My name is Eric, I'm the founder, and today I have something really special for you. This is an advanced YouTube exclusive sneak preview of the Neoharp. This amazing chord generator and instrument has been in my studio since a few months, and today I'm going to show you what it's capable of, how I use it, and stick around till the end of this video because I also do own the Telepathic Instruments Orchid, and I'm going to tell you what is my recommendation to get depending on what you aim to do with it. Now, if you like what you hear today, all the sounds we're going to use are coming from our in-house VST instrument Zensphere. Let's dive in. All right, first of all, as this was sent to me by the manufacturer and I only had to pay import duties, consider this an ad, but I'm going to share with you my honest experience of what I think is amazing about this device. So first of all, let me stop this loop that I have in the back here and let me take you to, let's say, a live MIDI scenario, and let me show you how easy it is to just grab super cool chords with this. So that's its basic function, is you have these ton of chords laid out here. There's also additional features where you can add additional inversions and the way that also the notes on the right here work together with this. But in essence, you have your chords here. And then you can play notes in scale on the right hand so that you can actually do It's incredibly easy, and I know enough about music theory to know that I suck at music theory. Like, I have a couple of chords, a couple of scales that I'm kind of semi-comfortable in, but the reason why I was so interested in this device when it came across my Instagram feed is because it opens up this whole new world of chords, of kind of progressions and structures that I don't usually work in. Now, as promised, I also do have the Telepathic Instrument Orchid, which is kind of similar but different. It has built-in speakers. As you can see, it only has 12 keys, but it has like modifiers so that you can get different chords out of those keys. Very different concept, and I find the concept of the Neoharp for production better because there's no cognitive overload required. Like, you know, you just have chords. And it's so simple to like get down a super cool progression. Like, let me show you how simple it would be to take this and turn it, this like rough idea that I just had, and turn it into the beginning of a track. So I'm going to track in the MIDI now into Ableton just with the USB connected to my computer. Here we go. And that's it. So as you can see, I've already captured this now as MIDI, and the way I have it set up is that it's also playing, if I show you, it's playing a bass note underneath the main chord. So it just gives me this very full sound to get going, and now I have already what could be the beginning of a track idea. Of course, you can also use this to generate arpeggios. So I've now selected a different MIDI track to record in. Again, this is a Zensphere instrument. It's set to a bass sound, and we have the arpeggiator and the delay on. So let's track in those same chords now, but using it as an arpeggiated bass. Okay, so I wasn't super tight on that timing-wise, but let's fix this up quickly, put this where they should be, and let's do also legato on these so that we get a nice carrying over of the MIDI pattern without it changing on us all the time. Okay, let's have a listen. So super cool, making all of this with MIDI and stuff. Of course, it's possible, you know, drawing it around and stuff, but it'll take a pretty long time, I think, to get this kind of dialed in the way that I was able to do now super quickly. And I could also say, like, maybe I just want to listen to what it sounds like with only like a bass arp, just one note, kind of simple below that pad. Or maybe I want to take just these notes here. So yeah, it just, because it's so easy to track in the MIDI, it's so easy and fun to just try different things quickly. Let's have a listen to this. So there's tons of options here now that, yeah, grabbing all kinds of different MIDI options is simple. I'm going to stick to the original one with just the low bass on this. Let me just give you an impression of the kind of different vibes that you can get using the chords from this. So I'm going to go to a different sound. Whoa, okay, so here we got something going on now from Zensphere that is... this is one of my favorite leads. This is the lead clean hover. Because it's a little bit deep now, I'm gonna just use the sampler pitch to put it an octave up. Yeah, that's more like it. We're actually now running this double sampled because I put it an octave up, which actually does sound different and cool. All right, so let's go over to the Neoharp and let me give you an idea of, you know, how easy it is to just test different directions. And right away here is something I can tell you that I really appreciate about this device. I think it's actually very brilliant to have, I mean, for the kind of musician that I am, right? Not a chords music theory specialist. It's brilliant to have the chords on these kind of like clacky typing. I mean, this feels super high end. Everything about this device feels amazing. But as you can tell, there is no velocity on this, which is perfect for me as an electronic musician, because if I need velocity, I'll do it later in the DAW. I have a pedal here plugged in, which is to switch off the sustain. So this is a sustain pedal. If I hold it, the note would hold, but you can also just unplug it, play a chord, and then that kills your sustain. But I prefer to just do it like the way I have it with a normal sustain pedal. But yeah, what I was going to say is what I really appreciate about this is that there is no velocity and that actually it responds really well and really clean. And doing different kinds of rhythms and chords and stuff, it's just so easy. So let's take this an octave down and let's just try a couple of different situations over here. Nah, that wasn't quite right, the last one. Yeah, that's it. And this is the beauty. Like, I've always in my head been able to hear which would be the next thing that would fit, but I haven't really been able to play it. But yeah, now it's just super easy. No. There we go. So this is the thing. I've always been able to hear in my head the notes and the chords and stuff that I would want to follow next, but I haven't known how to grab them necessarily. So many possibilities. That would be a great B part. That would be the B part. Yeah, like I haven't even gotten hugely into the melodies here. That's good. Let's see what we could do with this. Let's see if I can manage this. So much fun. So amazing. Yeah, I think this gives you already as good as an initial impression as I can give you now. So from what I've heard, this is going to start shipping in a couple of weeks. And yeah, there's a possibility here to join the waitlist. I'll put a link also in the first comment and the description that you can follow. It's a personal link for Rapid Flow, but I'm not on a commission basis or anything. I'm just, you know, sending them interested people because I know that you guys follow Rapid Flow and you're always, you know that I'm always going to be looking for crazy cool stuff to show you that I think is amazing. This is their site, and what I wanted to show you is actually that there is also an app that comes with this. You can get it both for Android and iOS, and it's also available for Mac and I think as well PC, or it will be for the launch. The iOS and Android apps are already out there, and this allows you to set up the device so that it responds how you want. Do you want the sustain to be on all the time, or only when the pedal is connected and pressed, etc.? You can also select sounds in the app. So when it's connected to the app, you can use it like an instrument with headphones, and then the app generates the sounds. Beware, if you're using iOS, you're going to need a camera connection kit if you have an iPhone with Lightning like me. Here you can see the app a little bit better. It's like, it also has arpeggio function stuff. I'm just scratching the surface here. I'm going to be doing more videos on this because it is an incredible machine. But what I wanted to show you is that there is actually a couple of finishes. You can get it in plastic, which is $480 US. You can get it in this very nice black oak, which is the one that I've been showing you today. And you can get it also in this really sick walnut wood finish. In any case, I just wanted to show you this primarily so that you're aware of the app and that this can work as a standalone instrument, also using the app in a couple of headphones or a speaker. To maybe finish off what I kind of hinted at in the beginning of this, how does it compare to the Telepathic Instruments Orchid? Now, I think these are very, very different instruments. The Orchid's like a self-contained little package which has speakers, it has sounds built in. I think this is a very cool little, like, kind of, you know, standalone device that you can take along with you if you're going, I don't know, on a road trip, or if you're going to lock yourself somewhere and kind of just like, you know, practice music, do chords. It has accompaniments now with drums and bass and stuff. It's very nicely designed. You know, I'll definitely give them all the credit for that. I, however, found this less intuitive to use in the studio because being able to hit the chords that you want means memorizing which modifiers you were pushing together with the key during your sequence. And like, you already saw me being pretty sucky at doing that on the Neoharp, where it's very straightforward. On this, I kept having to start the loop again because I was pressing the wrong modifier to get to whatever chord it was that I wanted to get to. Also because this is 1 octave, and here we have what appears to me to have more possibilities. I just have an easier time finding the notes I want on the Neoharp, so the chords I want on the Neoharp. Having the accompanying suitable notes on the right hand here is unique for the Neoharp and super, super cool. And that is why I would say, if you're looking for a device that's kind of just like fun to sit on the couch with and noodle around with and kind of, you know, play notes and chords, maybe even to a drum accompaniment, then this I think is very, very cool and it is nice. But I personally much prefer the Neoharp. Like I said, they have different uses. I think the Neoharp is more of a professional studio device. I definitely get better results with my chord structures much, much faster. Having these notes at the top is much, much easier. It can do a ton more chords than what you see here now with additional functions you can set up using modifiers and the app. And actually, maybe just to also give you an impression, I had a friend over here recently, Camille. Camille, ¿cómo estás? She came over here to record some vocals for me, and I gave her the Neoharp and she connected it to her computer and she was noodling around with it and was blown away within like the first 10 minutes. And then I also gave her the Orchid just to test out, just like to hear what she thought. And her impression as a musician was the same. She was like, man, the Orchid's cool, but the Neoharp is next level. And I know she's going to be contacting them to get a unit also. So my recommendation for, if you're not great at chords and you want a device that's rock solid in the studio, that's just going to open up like infinite possibilities. If you're not great at music theory and chords and the circleless fifths and all that stuff like me, then this thing is amazing. And I think you will have so much fun with it. And even though it is pricey, considering what it opens up for how your music can sound and feel, I think it is absolutely worth every penny. So that is my recommendation. I hope that that makes sense. Nothing against the wonderful people who created the Orchid, which I think is also a beautiful, super, super cool device. What a luxury it is that we live in a time where we have two such amazing options to generate chords. There is also a video on the channel where I'm going through the Orchid in more detail, so check that out if you're unsure what is the one for you. Both super, super cool, but as I said, my personal preference is definitely on the Neoharp. So expect more videos coming on the Neoharp to the channel in the coming weeks. This was just the first advanced preview. I'm gonna leave it here and just play through some different chord structures as the background track is playing. I hope you have a great time in the studio. I hope this inspires you. Check out the link in the description if you want to learn more about this. No affiliation, but I'm very grateful that Neoharp sent me this device. It's integral now to how I'm composing music. Thank you, Alex. Thank you to the team at Neoharp. I hope you are having a great time in the studio, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye-bye.